The boy, a devoted animal lover, couldn't bear to watch the dog struggle in the river. He felt compelled to intervene. Exhausted and helpless, the dog made no attempt to resist as Diego approached. With determined effort, Diego managed to swim to the riverbed, supporting and guiding the dog to safety. Although relieved to reach dry land, Diego's relief was short-lived. The dog showed signs of distress, unable to lift his head and bearing numerous wounds across his body. Diego suspected the injuries might have been caused by debris in the river, but their severity necessitated urgent medical attention. Without hesitation, he sprinted home, urgently seeking help from his parents. Recognizing the gravity of the situation, Diego's family rushed the dog to a nearby veterinary clinic. The vet confirmed the dog's critical condition, noting his weakened state, which seemed disproportionate to the time spent in the water. The vet's examination revealed a perplexing discovery. The wounds appeared to be bite marks rather than typical injuries from debris. Determined to unravel the mystery behind the dog's condition, the vet embarked on a quest to uncover the truth. The vet suspected that the dog had been attacked, so they promptly administered treatment, stitching up his wounds and providing necessary medication. During Jack's stay at the vet clinic, Diego visited him frequently, showing unwavering care and concern. However, 2 days after Diego's last visit, he faced an unexpected and alarming ordeal. Local police officers arrived, intending to arrest Diego. Despite the vet's endorsement of Diego's actions, he was taken to the police station, feeling overwhelmed with fear and disbelief. No one seemed willing to listen to his side of the story, accusing him of harming the dog he had bravely rescued. Despite the unjust accusations, Diego's determination wavered momentarily. Yet, the memory of Jack's joyous tail wags during his visits reminded him of the profound bond they shared. This steadfast belief in his actions kept him resolute in his decision to save Jack. Following discussions with Diego's parents, the police released him and issued an apology. Their shocking revelation shed light on a grim reality. A nearby dog-fighting ring had been uncovered. Numerous dogs, bearing similar bite marks to Jack's injuries, had been discovered abandoned, victims of the cruel operation. Upon learning about Jack's ordeal and recognizing him as a victim of the same cruel dog-fighting ring they were trying to dismantle, the police intensified their efforts to shut down the operation. Despite having a prime suspect believed to be the ringleader, they lacked sufficient evidence to apprehend him. Reports indicated that the suspect employed teenage boys, leading the police to consider Diego's potential involvement. Seeing Jack's plight firsthand, Diego felt compelled to take action, despite his parents' concerns. With their hesitant approval, he volunteered to assist the police in gathering evidence against the dog-fighting ring. Recognizing Diego's determination and the urgency of the situation, the police decided to enlist his help, viewing it as a potential breakthrough in their investigation. Diego's plan involved infiltrating the operation under the guise of seeking employment, leveraging his age to avoid arousing suspicion. The following day, Diego approached the suspect Perez, presenting himself as a willing worker seeking employment. Fabricating a story about financial hardships faced by his family, Diego convinced Perez to offer him a job, unaware of Diego's true intentions to gather evidence against the illicit activities taking place on the property. Initially tasked with menial chores around Perez's property, Diego's infiltration gradually led to more revealing assignments. One day, Perez instructed him to clean a particular outbuilding, and upon entering, Diego was confronted with a grisly sight, the interior smeared with blood. Despite his horror, Diego documented the scene and reported it to the police, but their need for further evidence compelled him to proceed with the cleanup, a task that haunted his dreams for nights to come. This gruesome incident, however, marked a turning point in Diego's mission, as it indicated Perez's growing trust in him. As Diego became a familiar presence among Perez's workers, he gained access to more areas of the property, each revealing the extent of the illegal dogfighting operation. Diego's role expanded when Perez offered him a raise in exchange for an additional responsibility, feeding Perez's numerous dogs with strict instructions never to discuss the task. Agreeing with a heavy heart, Diego was led to a room stacked with dog crates, each containing a suffering canine. Overwhelmed by the scale of cruelty before him, Diego vowed silently to rescue these animals from their torment. When Perez instructed him to prepare several dogs for an upcoming event, Diego saw an opportunity to act. Determined to fulfill this promise to the suffering dogs, Diego began planning their rescue, knowing that his actions could change their lives forever. Diego knew the pivotal moment had arrived. Despite the heavy weight on his heart, he obeyed Perez's orders, guiding the dogs to the designated room, all the while grappling with the anguish of their impending ordeal. Yet, he held on to hope, trusting the police's instructions to follow through with the plan before returning home, tears streaming down his face as he departed, praying for success. Meanwhile, law enforcement kept a vigilant watch from the concealment of the surrounding bushes. As attendees filtered in and security measures tightened, signaling the commencement of the illicit event, the police swiftly closed in. With precision, they apprehended every individual present, armed with ample evidence to bring them to justice. Perez's reign of cruelty was finally coming to an end, and justice would be served. Thanks to Diego's courageous actions, 100 to 120 dogs, including those slated for combat that night, were rescued from the clutches of the fighting ring. Reunited with their grateful families, many of whom had reported them missing, these animals were spared further suffering. Diego's bravery earned him widespread acclaim as a hero, celebrated for his selfless dedication to the cause. Amidst the triumph, there remained one poignant tale: Jack's. While his family was located, their apprehension about his potential aggression due to past trauma cast a shadow over his prospects for a happy ending. However, fate intervened, unveiling an unexpected twist in Jack's journey. Upon returning home from school one day, Diego was greeted by a heartwarming sight. Jack was waiting for him. In a beautiful turn of events, Diego's parents had decided to adopt the beloved dog, recognizing the deep bond that had formed between their son and Jack. With this decision, Jack found himself welcomed into a loving family, while Diego rejoiced in the return of his cherished companion. It was a reunion filled with joy and gratitude, a testament to the enduring power of love and compassion.